Great. Look what's happening. Look at it. Look. Again. Fucking snow. So I suppose I had, what did I have, half a day or so without it. So I suppose that was something, wasn't it? Where's it going? I'm 624 mile away from my my delivery in Thingamabob. Where am I going? I'm going to Atlanta. So I've got to press on. I've still got 4 hours left, but the thing is now I'm really chasing, because looky here. I'm also, let's have a look. I'm running out of time as well. I've only got 11 hours and 36 minutes left of my full 70 hours, and then I'm out of time altogether. I need a 34 off then. So I really want to get this off. I want to get down there. I don't want to sit in Atlanta, because my next load hopefully might be supermarket restock, and if it is, that means I don't have to stop. It's not sticking at the moment. I'm just checking the weather now. You know, it's not sticking on the road. They're keeping the road clear. It looks worse than it is. When you're going along, it looks worse, because it's down at 0. It's wet out there, and it's not freezing and stuff like that. So you know, you gotta crack on. You've got to make the most of it. At least do another hour or so like that to get me away from this stuff, because the further south, obviously I'm going south now. If I was going east or west and I was going to stay in the storm, maybe jack it in, yeah, but I'm going south, so it's going to warm up, isn't it? Isn't it? I'm just waiting for the satellite to warm its body up now. It's taking a long time. See, if I get this off, I want it to get to I don't know if I'm going to Dallas or Salt Lake City. I don't know where he's loading me for yet. Tomorrow. That's after get rid of this one. So I want it to get over to, obviously, continue on the road. No, I wasn't going to go in the field, was I now? Come on, satellite. Oh, anyway, shit. It's going to be what it's going to be out there anyway, isn't it? So it's not an option to stay. So we must crack on, but steady away. Here's something I don't get. Somebody may be able to answer this question. Recovery vehicle there, flashy yellow lights. I see it all the time in this country, in England, in America, everywhere. Spain, France, I've seen it all over the world. Recovery vehicles, lots of flashing lights going on. Lights everywhere. Blackpool goddamn illuminations. One vehicle strapped on the back. He's done his recovery, he's done all that, but he's still flashing away. What? I see car transporters with 16 to 20 cars on the back. No flashing lights. So what's all that about then? Answers on a postcard, please. Recovery people, why do you feel the need to have all them flashing lights on? Are you dangerous? Is that the problem? Are you a dangerous driver and you want to warn everybody? Stop it, turn the bloody lights out. Rant over. Anyway, so here's the state of play. I am into, where are we? North Carolina, out of Virginia. Speed limit's moved up now a bit to 70 mile an hour, so that's good. It was 65. The weather's obviously like this, 9 degrees. It's just gone up to 9 degrees. Nice and warm. That's all right, isn't it? So it's looking a lot better. I'm 300, just under 300 miles away now from my delivery. I spoke to my guy yesterday, Carlos, at the receivers, and all well and good. As I always say, give me a heads up, because I loaded, I was waiting about 3 hours to get loaded. So give them a heads up, you're going to be a little bit late on the delivery. Not a problem, he says. 4 o'clock my delivery was. It was 850 mile away. So he says, I can give you at 7 o'clock, if you can get it before 7, all well and good. But keep in touch, he says, and let me know what's happening, and we can go from there. So as it is at the moment, I'm looking probably around the 5 o'clock time, something like that. I got it down to just over 500 miles last night to do. So I kicked out a quick 350, happy with that. And I still got over your 10 off, so there's no point in really pushing it any further. weather's good, it's rainy, I know, but it's dry and I can keep it lit, so that's mainly my main thing. Really want to get this off. I don't want to be hanging about. These short loads, 850 miles and stuff like that, I don't want to be waiting about stacked until tomorrow trying to get the thing off or something like that. It's a waste of time. I'm going to be totally out of hours by the time I get there. That's me done. Only enough to get there. What's going on here? So I'm gonna have to have a 34. Unless, man, I still haven't got my return load yet. I keep checking the my tablet for my board, see what's happening, but I still haven't got my return next load rather. It was either Dallas or Salt Lake City. Either way, I'll be going back the same road through Texas. That is. I wanted to try and get through into Texas for the weekend. It's Thursday now. Steve, there you go. I'm giving you some days. Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. Friday tomorrow, obviously. It usually follows that, doesn't it? So, unless it's supermarket restock, I'm going to have to stop and have my time off. I don't really want to have a 34 off. It's winter, it's COVID, you know, it's shit. There's nothing to do. I'll be in Atlanta. It's not, if I was in northern Atlanta, but in actually Atlanta, Georgia, it's shit. I don't want to be there. It's not, there might be some nice places, but I don't really want to be around that neck of the wood unless I can get away from Atlanta. We'll see. So if it is a supermarket restock, I can keep running with it. As you know, I've explained in the other video, supermarket restock gives us E-log exempt, blah, 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 blah. So you can do basically what you want. We like supermarket restock. I am going to kick back in a hotel one night though, I think, because I could do with it getting out the truck. So, but when you have a 34, it's too much time. I don't mind stopping midday, get in the hotel, kick back round the swimming pool, get in the gym or something like that, bit of exercise, and then set off about 9 o'clock the next morning. That suits me fine. I'm refreshed, I'm all happy, I'm good to go. But having a full 34 off, it's like, oh my god, this is a drag. Unless obviously I'm down Florida or the wife's with me or something like that. And then, as I've mentioned before, she wants to have more than 34, it drills into 2 days. And shit, you know what I mean? Mrs. Vacation. As she has a website, Horrible Holidays. But that's another story, isn't it? You're not with me. I'm out here on my own. It's winter. I just want to earn money and keep moving to somewhere I'd rather be. I do want to try and get to, what's it called? Big Texas. If it's supermarket restock, that is my goal. Big Texas Saturday night. They've got RV parking, truck parking, they've got all sorts of shit, swimming pool. I don't know if it's an indoor pool, but they've got a hotel. I'll be in a hotel. If I can get over there, I'm going to be well chuffed. They've got outside seating for the restaurant, and this is the Big Daddy. A lot of tourists still been there, the Big Texan. It's a big steakhouse, well known, and stuff like that up in Amarillo. So I'm hoping I'll kick ass and get there if I can. Fingers crossed, that is my goal. There's the update. Hello, here I am, north of Atlanta at the moment. Just waiting to get on to a bay. Good old girl, she said, yeah, I am late. Bear in mind I got here about 2 hours and 20 minutes late for my unload appointment, which she said to me, not a problem, when I called them up and explained the situation and what have you. And then I spoke to the shipper guy here, Carlos, great guy. He said, hang tight, I'm just unloading one and then I'll put that away and then we'll get to you. Can't say fairer than that, can you? So I'm gonna have a cup of tea and that'll make things a lot better. I've got 2 hours left, that's all I've got left. And I don't really want to sit at this side of Atlanta. He hasn't come back with a reload yet. I don't know if he does load me, it's going to be towards Memphis. And I'm running out of hours, but if it's supermarket restock, I can keep going again, which I'd prefer to do. That's the plan. I don't want to sit, let me just start this. I don't want to sit this side of Atlanta because that'll be shit if I sit over here. Otherwise I'll hit all the traffic. It's only just 20 past 4 my time, but it is 20 past 6 Georgia time. Obviously the 3 hours time difference, isn't there? And stuff like that. So I'll have to, I'd like to get to the west side if I can. So I'm going to hang up and see what time I've got and see if I can get that in before I shut down tonight. That would be a massive help, it really would. And then I'll work, because Atlanta is one of the worst places to get through. It really can be a nightmare. And guess what? It is a toasty plus 21 here. Plus 21. So that's in, is it 2 or 3 days? Minus 20 in 3 days, minus 20. American coming out already. In 3 days to plus 21. I'm damn sure I know which one I do prefer, that's for sure. So I'm just trying to sort out a bit of my paperwork. So I'm a nightmare with the paperwork. I leave it, and now I don't know where the hell I am with the receipts all over the place, and oh my god, my mileage and shit like that. Anyway, we'll pop that back in the drawer and shut that, and then should be all right, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it? Do you think that'll work? Maybe not. We'll see. Let's say I'm going to hopefully get this off pretty soon and get hightailed out of Georgia, and then I find somewhere to park for the night. Good morning all! What a shit show last night. Let me just show you where I am now. I'm just going round Atlanta. Got the deliveries off last night. Oops. Just went wrong and had to turn around and come back. But here we are, Atlanta, like any major city. It's Friday lunchtime, so I'm just going to get through here. I was at the north side of Birmingham, but I want to get out of here, Atlanta. I'm heading towards Birmingham, Atlanta. It's like, especially over the East Coast, it's very aggressive driving, like any cities and major cities and stuff like that. But I think what it boils down to is, people don't want to drive round. Nobody says, oh, I'd like to drive round, what is it, a city ring road. Oh yeah, let's go out on the weekend and drive round a city ring road. Or let's do it one more time. Let's go around the Parry-Freak twice, or the M25, or anything like that. Nobody ever said that, did they? It was not a thing. So nobody wants to be on the ring road. So everybody's grumpy, well, the majority of people are grumpy on here. They just want to be on and off and get out. They're not a scenic route, are they, or anything like that. So that's what I've boiled it down to, why it's not very people are a little bit maybe more short on temper span in the city areas. So we'll just ease back, okay? We're in no rush. So what happened last night? What a flipping palaver, I'll tell you. I didn't get it turned out I got my first delivery off, went to shut the back doors, pulled off, got my paperwork and all that malarkey, shut the back doors, there's 5 pallets still sat on the back. I'm like, what's going on? So I shot back in. Nope, you've got an extra delivery. I saw the paperwork there, I saw it in the thingy. I said, you're kidding me? I don't want them pallets. No, he said it's an extra delivery for Aldi. He said I saw. So I shuffled through the papers there. It was, yeah, an extra delivery. Great, brilliant. So I had to hightail. Somebody forgot to give me on the dispatch that I had an extra drop. Lovely, nice. Anyway, so that was a bit of a surprise. So it was only 40 minutes away. It was just up the motorway basically, so it wasn't that bad. But it was the usual hang about, mess about. There was an Aldi delivery, so check in, blah blah blah. So anyway, I gets in. I managed to get out there about 2 o'clock in the morning. Found a truck stop right round the corner. Happy days. Got in there, went to sleep. $15 to park there the night. A lot of your inner cities places where they know they will charge you on the truck stops to park. In LA, Chicago, places like that, they're going to charge you. So I didn't pay it, did I, on the night? I was that tired, I just jumped in my bed, called it a day. 7 o'clock this morning, 4 o'clock this morning, I'm getting a knock on the door. There's a woman, you've got to go pay. I'm like, seriously? Here, have the money, take it. No, I can't take money, you've got to go across to the gas station and pay. I'm like, really? You're joking? I'll pay it now, I'll pay it when I get up later. She says, no, you've got to pay it now or you've got to move. Okay, she said it politely, to be fair. It's only her job, so there's no point in getting irate with her. So I got dressed, went across, paid it, came back, went back to bed again. So I'm like, pissed off now. I'm pretty tired. So I woke up early this morning, thought, nope, I'm not doing it today. I'm having 34 off. That's it. Job shit. Because and so that's where we're up to. And I'm topside, like I say, of Atlanta. I haven't got a load at the moment as such, so I'm going to head round to the other side of Birmingham, and towards Birmingham rather. That's the west side, over the west sort of way, which is heading back towards Texas way, because I know if it does get me a load, it will be out of Texas or over that way. So I can boodle about. I'm on personal conveyance, so you know, I can just take it steady and look over there. Stephanie's booked me a hotel, a nice hotel, a Best Western. So that's over near Birmingham, a place called Leeds. So we're going to Leeds for the night with a steakhouse nearby, and it's what did she say it was? I forget what she said it was. It was a different. It's one of the franchise ones, but one I hadn't done before. It's not Texas Roadhouse. It's oh God, what's it called? I forget what it's called now. Anyway, so we'll be trying that out and kick back around the swimming pool hopefully today and have a relax, and then we'll have a look and see if we can find something to load tomorrow or whatever. I ain't bothered. I've done 4,200 mile or 4,300 mile it'll be tonight, but then that's in a week, so you know that's pretty good going, really, isn't it? We've made some money, so I can afford to sit back now. This is a nice little Love's truck stop, nice clean one, just as majority of them are, and I'm going to have to pull out here if I can.
At the end of the street, turn right.
And can he go forward now? Get out, because I'll need the I want the tyre but there's a tyre pass thing. Check my tyres, and if I stay sat back in there, I don't think I'm gonna lose my spot. So if I get lined up out here, then we'll be good. Otherwise, bollocksed. Yes, and that's paid off. It's a good Vernon tip of the day. When checking your tyre pressures, don't fly in after you've come off the motorway, the freeway or something like that, because you're going to get a false reading. Wait until have your break, go do your shower, do your shit, have some breakfast, whatever, dinner, whatever you're going to do. Then go on to the tyre thing, because otherwise it's going to read a lot hotter with your tyres because of the heat of running on the motorway or the freeway. There you go, tip of the day. Take it or leave it, I don't care less if you don't. There's a fancy pants lost box. As you know, you've just seen the tyre passes before. They're all free with the Loves. You just pull up, you fuel up, a little man comes out and he checks all your tyres. I don't do the trailer ones because they've got automatic tyre inflatey thingamabobs on them anyway. And with this fancy pants new trailer, if anything is to award with my tyres, the light comes on and tells me you have a low pressure. Modern technology, it's all good, eh? So there is a Cracker Barrel. The wife has come through as usual. Here's my hotel here. I'm in Alabama, which gives me an extra hour, gives me an hour back. It's only 2 hours time difference here. Great, there'll be Logan's tonight. From well-earned beer, I think.
Village Drive on the
a nice IPA, which have we got? Best Western, that's mine there. Now we've got a problem here. The wife usually Google searches now the hotels for me, because we have come unstuck before. I've called them up, rang them up and booked a hotel, and they've obviously thought the English
Turn
accent.
left on Jones Road, then take the second left.
I'm I've heard the English accent, and I've said I'm in a truck, bad mistake. And can I fit a truck in with a trailer? Yes, yes, yes. I've come to get to the places and they've obviously thought I'm coming in a pickup truck and a trailer. And it's like, whoa, I ain't gonna fit in there. I wonder if this goes all the way around the back. We aren't gonna sacrifice ourselves to go in around there. First, we will just, we'll go and see them. See where they want me. Crack on! Good morning! So I'm all refreshed and ready to go. Had a nice day in the hotel. Well, half a day or so. Good meal last night and what have you. Bloody good steak was that. You know, it's only a franchise, is that restaurant I went into and I can't remember the name of it. It's over there and I can't see it from here. So here I am, just checked out the hotel and luckily just checked my my notes, jumped across to the truck to see if I got me a load yet, and yes, 331 miles away. Happy days. Luckily I came over this way actually, so it's not that far. I've got to nip up through Birmingham. It's still in Alabama, no, it's in Arkansas. So nip up through Birmingham, across through Memphis. I don't like Memphis that much, but it is what it is. Birmingham's now all been changed. They've got all new ring road around it, so that's not a problem. I went through it the other day. That used to be a nightmare. That was just like Birmingham, England, you know. That was a terrible place to get through. And anyway, so up through there, get up there for just after lunch. I should. It's only 5:45, 6:45 their time actually, 5:45 my time. So good time. That's going to Salt Lake City. The weather is not looking good. The weather's looking pretty cold, pretty shitty. So we'll see. It's going to be fun. I've just got over the state line into Missouri. Let's have a look at this welcome centre. Look at this. You'll notice Missouri and over this west side, more to west side and what have you. It's a lot older than our side and I don't know, a lot of European sort of feel to about it. The buildings, a lot more stone and stuff like that. So let's go have a look and do the Annika race and run up yonder. Look at that. Bad boy movers. Okay. First impressions, it looks cool. Yeah. Look at that, loads of nice little seating areas and shit like that. It is still cold, it's down at -1 at the moment. It's not, definitely not the warmest. Definitely isn't. I'm sorting this sheet out there. Not for me. Look at that, that's a cracking building, isn't it? This is pretty. Have a look, see, closed bathrooms open. Bush, yes. To the left. Still had to try the door, don't you? Even though there's a sign on it says closed. This is all fancy, isn't it? Find my bloody way in. Look at that nice little swing and stuff like that to chill out on. That's cool. What do you think of that? Usual vending machines and stuff. Welcome to Missouri. Birthplace of American music. You heard it here. I didn't know that. Learn something every day. Every day's a learning day. Let's go have a look inside. Who lives in a house like this? That'll be no good to American viewers. In we go. Look at this, how cool this is. Hello ladies, good morning.
How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. And look how cool that is. Look who's over there. That'll be Elvis.
Yeah, you're in Elvis country.
Definitely in Elvis country. Yeah, you heard it right here.
Can we ask where you're from?
I'm from England.
England, that's what I thought. You had an accent.
Oh, just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll catch you all in a bit, guys. They told me all about, that was a typical sitting room, the 18-somethings or other, where with a blow organ or something, she said there, and that's how it was back then. In the day, really nice people. And they give me another magazine to read. Cool bridge just coming over the bridge into Memphis, one side of Memphis into the other. West Memphis, Jesus man, that was bad. I do like my bridges. Cool bridge. Not a great lover of Memphis, it's very run down. There is, I imagine there is some nice parts and stuff like that, but the parts I've been in, it's been a bit shitty. There's Arkansas. I come through late one night when I first started here, and I forget where I went now, which way I was coming in, but I ended up in quite a bad area. And since then it's given me this image of not a nice place. But like I said, the good and bad places anywhere, everywhere. I might have just hit it at the wrong time, but this isn't too bad coming this way. It just had that bad vibe about it. Birmingham, there's only a couple of places I've had that. Here and I ended up going a walkabout in Homestead once and ended up in a pretty bad area in Homestead. But like I say, you know, there's good and bad places everywhere. If somebody was to go walk on Moss Side or something like that, they wouldn't exactly say that's a holiday resort, would they? If that's in England, by the way, that's a bad council estate. Or the Manor in Sheffield, there you go, timeshare on the Manor. Anybody? And the scale is closed. Temperatures, that beeping is I get a green light and me in control jobby thing to say that I can go through. Even though it is closed anyway. The sensors in the road, I've explained before, it'll tell I'm empty anyway, so 9 times out of 10 it's going to give you a flyby sort of thing, which is nice. Temperature's going down now, it's -6, it's getting pretty cold. I've heard say a bit further up it's going to be fun! Hey, so here I am, I'm in Arkansas now. I'm just waiting here. Oh my god, there's a swift patrolling. Beep, beep, alert, alert, alert. So this is the nice people. I've loaded here before, loaded a couple of weeks back here. So, good pickup it is. They're going to load me as soon as they can get onto me, like I explained. I'm running a little late on this one, but not a problem. I had to wait to have me 34 off and finish that. So they weren't bothered about it. I'd rang forward in advance and explained the situation, and they were all happy about it. So that's what counts. Keep in touch with the shipper all the time. I say that. It's getting cold again now. It was short-lived was the high temperatures. Now I'm back to -6 already, and it's going to get a lot colder on the way across. I've got to go all the way through the middle, through Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico. Is it Texas? What's after Oklahoma? Is that straight into Texas? Yes, it is. Straight into Texas, all the way across New Mexico. You know that route. You've followed me before. That's the route on the 40, the treacherous 40. So now I'm here. Just made myself a cup of tea. Obviously, the Yorkshire tea as usual. Haven't done my paperwork forever. I absolutely hate doing paperwork. I've done one of them. I did the New York. So now look, I have got a shitload of paperwork and receipts and shit, and oh my god, I do it every time. I'll leave it till the last minute and I think, oh my god, I've got to get. I hate doing paperwork. I hate it. I just don't like doing it. I'll start one and then I'll think, oh yeah, that'll do, and then something will distract me, the phone or something like that, and I'll go on to something else and I'll think, what the hell? I'll come back and think. So anyway, that's me waffling. I'm going to crack on with that and then see where we can get to have my cup of tea late, and hopefully what is it? Let's have a look. It is 1,567 miles to Utah. That's where I'm going, just South Utah. It is actually Springvale. It's the Nestle that I've been to a couple of times. You've seen the pictures, you've seen the other videos and things like that. Another really good place they are. It's for Tuesday 1:30. So I've got 2.5 days, half a day today, I've got 3 days. 1,567 miles. So that shouldn't be, as long as I get out of here something like, get a few hours in tonight, 4 hours extra or 5 hours, something like that. And then it should be plain sailing, depending on the weather. All depends on that bloody weather. In the loves, I've just been in to grab something to eat, and matey over there, our East Indian buddy, has a problem with his truck. Can you help me? I need a screw bolt. So I managed to have a bolt fitted. It was the guard on his radiator. The front of his radiator was hanging off. So, do you have one? Can you help me? He's an owner operator. He doesn't have his doesn't have any spanners. So he's well chuffed. Great is that when you can help somebody. Big reward if you can help somebody out. He was calling the Loves. He was calling the Loves. This is a Loves, but there's no tyre house here. There's no recovery thing here, breakdown thing. So I'm like, he's on the phone as I'm trying to get it to fit. I said, put the phone down. Put the phone down. Now shouting at him in the end. Put the goddamn phone down. And I said, that's going to be 150 bucks before you start, just for him to come out. And he's like, oh, okay. So there we go, man sorted, on back on the road. Good morning. So it's not very good. It's Sunday. Well, it is good. It's not looking too bad out there at the moment. A little bit of snow coming down, but it's about 4:30. I just got a message off Richard about 15 minutes ago. Richard, my buddy who works with us, the other English guy. He always looks out for the weather for me because I'm too lazy to do it. Anyway, he sent me a message. It is a shit show on my route. I was going to have a lie-in, but I've jumped out of bed. There's a massive weather warning, storm warning for the whole of my route for the next, what is it, 800 miles or something ridiculous like that until I turn off. Something silly like that. So, because I'm at the moment, I'm where I'm Oklahoma, just over the state line in Oklahoma. Got out of Arkansas last night over the state line. Luckily I pressed on and did pretty well yesterday. And it was a quick load as well. Good there everywhere. And I've got all the way across, well, top side of Texas. It's weather warning, severe warning. It's all in pink. It's a right shit show. I'll just show you on this. Where is it? Let's have a look, see if we can find it. No, disappeared. There we go. As you can see, all this pink jobby is the that's a severe weather storm warning. That's where I am, bang in the middle of that. And you can see here we've got snow and everything around there. It's snowing at the moment, but I'm hoping they're not always right, are they? You know what I mean? So you never know. They might not. It might be wrong. I doubt it very much though. So it's down at minus 10 at the moment, so it's not too bad. Didn't have the truck running last night, left it off. Had the handbrake on as well because it wasn't that bad. So good parking for it. So I am just going to have a quick jog round and run on as far as I can until the weather. I could go north, I could go up to Wyoming and go that way, but I've got to backtrack this bay back about 60 miles if I want to do that. And looking at this map and looking at the weather, it's just going to be a shit going that way. So it swings and roundabouts. It's not really worth it. So I'm just going to have to hit with it and do what we can. Well, it started off not too bad, but now, as you can see, visibility has gone a little bit. Just jumping stuff all over. Has gone down a tad or so. So I can't see it getting much better. So you know, I'll not stop. So just crack on best we can. So here's the situation at the moment. As you can see, the road isn't pretty dry. dry and clear because it's down at -14 centigrade now, and I've just come through Oklahoma City. The road's been a bit iffy all the way across from this morning, so it's been up and down sort of thing. For the most part, the one lane has been open. The temperature hasn't got above -11, -12 all morning. But at least we're still moving forward. That wind is extremely strong though, really is blowing strong. Luckily I'm real heavy, so it's holding us down, just rattling us about a bit. As you can see, it's all of a sudden taking a turn for the worse. Let me just... it was going alright, -14, just kicking ass. It was just blowing it straight across the road. But this is a little bit of a hill, like I said before, any bit of hill. And it does that. I'm just checking now, I've got the pass going down into in Mexico there. Looks, New Mexico. Looks pretty gnarly actually. Looks pretty messy in Amarillo. So that'll be something to look forward to, won't it? Not Amarillo, sorry, Albuquerque. Albuquerque looks all messed up. That's the only real bit of mountain that I've got to go down coming across here. It's all pretty flat. No, but that's away in front. Yeah, that's another 300 a mile. Oh, there's a big stretch before it. There's, oh my God, I'm just looking now. It's got all gnarled up across there once I get into New Mexico. So I'm about 300 miles before I hit the really thick shit. So if I get near there and it gets too bad, I'm just going to stop because it's this I-40 can be a bit treacherous anyway with the driving antics on it, to be fair. I don't want to be involved in none of that shit, shenanigans. So if I do another 200-300 mile, I can afford to park up. That'll put me right down at 800 miles, and I've got a day and a half to do that. So you know, I aren't overly concerned about it. Might be nice if I get snowed up and get over to the Big Texan. That's 200 mile away. Something like that. That'll do. And here is one for the ladies. Let's have a look when I catch up with her. I'm not sure if I saw this woman at the truck show. IR80 one year. No, it wasn't. It's different. London, Ontario. There you go. That's a pretty one, isn't it? Pretty pink, or for the guys who are in touch with the feminine side. Gonna do it in pink. So here's the crack then. I'm going to the Big Texan because the road is shut off further in front of me down as you get down into Albuquerque. Richard just informed me that I won't be going down there, so into the Big Texan it is. Change of plan. I've decided I'm not stopping at the Big Texan. I'm going to be too far away. I'm still 873 miles away from a drop in Salt Lake City, just south of Salt Lake. So it'll be too far. The weather's, you know, there's still turf on the pitch, so we're still driving, you know what I mean? That's what I think. So I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop at Big Texan. It'll be too hard to push. If it had been summer, I would have definitely gone for it, you know, because of I wouldn't have been a problem. But who knows what the weather, you know, they do one forecast and it comes out another thing. But so no Big Texan. I've got a day and a half, so you know I would have been able to do it at 6:50 and got there for lunchtime easy. But if that weather turns shitty, I'm going to be in a whole lot of chasing and ragging about when I don't need to. So where the road is closed, which is 172 miles away, I'm going to turn off where I got off at the Loves there. There's a truck stop and that, which is Santa Rosa. I won't get off there because it'll probably be chock-a-block. I'll shout on the CB when I get a bit closer. You know, that's another 3 hours away, 2.5, 3 hours. So I've got a bit of time. So as long as I do another 100 or so mile, get a little bit closer. If it sounds still bad and still blocked down there, I'll park up in the casino a bit before or something like that. There's plenty of room, because if you get too close, it's just going to be a whole shit show down there. Everything's going to be chopped up. There's the big Texan. It looks closed down. Oh, no, it's not. Look, there we go. Another day. Not today, another day. Never mind, it'll always be there, won't it? They say you don't want to make yourself work if you can help it. So I've come decided, that's cool. Decided to not want to get away out in a minute. No, we're gonna be right. Decided to carry on. Google Maps was saying this was closed down and there was all sorts of delays and shit. But I thought I'll crack on, like I said before, and try and get to Santa Rosa. Anyway, it isn't. It's only just that lane. Everything seems to be moving. There's not a lot of traffic coming towards me though. Nobody seems to be answering on the CB, so I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, it's down at -15, 16 now. It's been flickering in between. So I'm presuming it ain't going to snow anymore, but that doesn't look too good. Those clouds up there. So I'm gonna press on and try and get through Albuquerque, and so that's the only little mountain I've got. Santa Rosa up here, and then as you drop down into Albuquerque and whatever, you got a few little twists of mountain there. So hopefully I'm gonna get through there. It's only 4 o'clock. I've got a couple of hours left. Better to crack on this, you know. Like I say, if I can, there's grass on the pitch, keep it running. If I can still see the tarmac, we'll keep going, you know. It's, they say the choice is either do it now in the daylight, when we've just got a bit of snow going on, and or stay here and crack on in the morning in the pitch black at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, you know. I'll prefer to just keep going now. Trees. No wonder it's bloody cold out there. It's a bit like a fresh winter's morning. Don't bite at your cockles. Day after all. I'm just going to nip up the garage now. I've just got into like one of the last parking place probably. I had a bit of a shunt about to get in, but as you can see, this will probably be a shit show first thing in the morning. People will probably be parked all over the goddamn place because it was pretty gnarled up the last bit through there. It was everybody going really slow. It's down at -18 centigrade, so it is pretty chilly out there. I've just got to get out and put some bloody, what is it, anti-gel stuff in my tanks. I didn't put it. I bought some earlier. I always like to keep a stock in, and then I don't like to put it in there. Being a Yorkshireman, I'm tight until it really drops down. You're usually all right to -15, 16, something like that, because the fuel you get from the pumps already has some additive in it anyway to stop it gelling up. Everywhere they all have that stuff, so we don't need that noise. So, but from that onwards, it's going to drop a lot tonight. Probably -24, 25, something like that. So it's going to be a bit cold, to say the least. So I've done well, cracked on, and had a bloody good crack at the whip today. I've done 650 miles, so I'm quite happy with that. Good night. Morning, y'all. So I'm just setting off out the car park. Got last night, but just before Albuquerque. And temperatures have warmed up. It was obvious there's trucks all over. People were just dumping them in here because it was getting shitty out there and the traffic was getting slow and things like this. So I managed to get out. I've had loads of time off. I've had 12 hours off. So I suppose I better get going a bit. But never mind, I've only got 657 miles to go. I'll give the shipper, the receiver, sorry, a call later and see what they say about taking me early or not, whether it's worth trying to get on. The roads are looking good this morning. We're at -6, but now we'll start to get to the scary part, -6. It's alright when it's down at -19, -12 and stuff like that, like I've said before. But once it starts to thaw out, like -6, oh, -8 is saying now. So this is going to be alright. But once we start getting to them lower temperatures, things are going to start getting slippy then. That's when you get your black ice and all your malarkey. You get that little bit of water, that sun comes up, and it's going to get a bit scary. So hopefully the further west I get, I should be getting out of it. But there is going to be some point, you've got to remember, you know, there's going to be some point along those temperatures. Keep an eye on your temperatures. You must watch them temperatures, where it's going to reach that little slippy bit. The naughty bit. So you've still got this big lump of ice going on in the middle there. So that sometime has to go. It has to go. It's, you know, it's got to thaw out. So
continue on I-40.
that'll be where there'll be the skinny bit. And you know, it's not just you yourself. This I-40 isn't a bad road at all. It's a good road, but to be fair, it's quite scary with the antics of a lot of the drivers that are on it. You've got a lot of the haulers who just are doing same trunk all the time and stuff like that, and they will not slow down. They're bang on the limiter all the time, whatever they're limited at. The big companies luckily are limited, but Jesus man, I've seen some crazy things in bad weather. You know, because if they're limited to 68, they will still do 68, whatever the weather. They're not going to slow down, whatever. Look at that. He obviously hasn't done a check this morning. I shouldn't run it. I haven't really bothered, but he hasn't even checked his truck, because I know for a fact there hasn't been any more snow, so he hasn't driven all the way through all that snow back there and got to where he is now without his lights being cleaned. That's impossible. So that's a nice camper. That's a proper camper, isn't it, that? Come on, Bess. She didn't pull it. Yeah, so there's a little ramp. It's just, you just got to watch out for the other drivers. Plus this icy bit that's in the middle, hit and miss down the middle. It might not be you as well. You've got to watch out for the cars. Cars are going to overtake and they're going to pull back in across that line. All they need is that little bit of twitch on that when it starts to thaw out. You know, that can put them into a spin. So just beware of that every time when a car's coming back in. If he starts to spin out, you don't want to be shoving him down the road. That is for sure. Then you've got to stop, you've got to swap insurance. Oh, it's all time consuming malarkey. You don't want to be messing about with that, do you? So onwards and upwards we go. We'll be calling in Moab for a coffee and a little walkabout, I think, when we get up there. That's a little ways. Stopping in at the Loves, first Loves I come to, shower time. By that time the traffic will have eased up through Albuquerque. To be fair, it isn't too bad where we cover at the moment. It's been alright when I've been going through. Well, we're up to -11 again, so that's alright. That'll work. Having a race with the cop here. It won't play though. He's cheating, he's got his flashing light. Oh, I see, there's a broken down truck. Westbound broken down RV as you're coming up the hill. Outside lane shut down. Oh, we've had a bit of a falling out by the look of it. Oh dear. They spray some mucky shit on this here road, they do, but it seems to be working. day. Hello all, here I am. I'm back into the, I'm in the desert, just come through New Mexico and up the way, stopped for my shower, and it got up at freezing degrees, freezing rather. And so that was good. Short-lived though, that was 11 degrees it got to in the sun. It was really toasty. But now I am like I say, just coming to Colorado now, just out of New Mexico, which was nice to get back on in the desert again and stuff like that, which was all sand up until just now, and we seem to have run back into the snow again. All the fun, eh? But it is pretty. Look how bone dry the road is. Absolutely brilliant. And we're back down to freezing again. But the sun's out, so I'm happy with that. After yesterday of storms all day and shit weather and crap like that, so it's nice, you know, to get above freezing for a little while, even if it was only short-lived. Better than nothing, isn't it? So I've got my return load. My return load is two pickups out of, one's north of Salt Lake City, one south of Salt Lake City. South of Salt Lake City first and then north. So that's good. Both out for farms, both out of 2 farms, which I know there'll be a straight pickup. It should be. I'm not sure if it's cages, you know, the plant cages, because we do the stuff for, it's for Rainbow Farms, so we bring the stuff out to Florida for the plants up. So that's just to go into Canada, just over the border. So that should put me home on about Thursday late afternoon. I should be home, all depending on the mountain passes. At the moment, Dead Man's Pass leading up to Cabbage. They're slinging chains on there today, and Snoqualmie, the slinging chains on there as well. So we'll, well, that's today. You know, tomorrow's a different day. Tomorrow's miles away, isn't it, sort of thing? You know what I'm saying? So things can be all different. It can by the time we get there. We'll see. There's a few mountain passes in between. I'm only going to get, I won't get to Salt Lake. Well, actually, I have got enough time to get there tonight. So I'm going to give them a call in a little while, Salt Lake City, because it's Nestle, and they're pretty good there, the guys. They'll give you a straight, honest answer if they'll get you unloaded early or not, because it's not to unload until tomorrow just after lunchtime. And like, I've done quite a bit of work into there now and got to know them pretty well, so they won't bullshit, you know what I mean? Like some companies, they'll say, oh yeah, come in, and you sit there for freaking hours and you think, what a waste of a day. You know, I could have done something else if you'd have just told me you already had all these bookings in and stuff like that. So we'll give them a call. If they say they'll get me off early, I'll fly over there tonight and try and get there. If not, I'll stay this side of the mountain and I'll stay in Price, and we'll go from there. Sorry, had to add this bit. It looks like the start convoy. The snow looks like the other side, whatever. Maybe it's just me. Anybody? No? I'm tripping. This is how it should be driving in winter in the snow. Now I could do this constantly all the time. Wouldn't have a problem with this. They've had a shitload of snow here. They really have, but look at this beautiful road. Look at it, eh? This can be quite treacherous, this road. It's only a little bit, the left-hand bottom corner of Colorado. Very bottom corner. That just takes me through from New Mexico into Utah, which it's quite well travelled through. It really is. And it can be really bad. I've come down here before and it's just been ice all over the place. It's been really shitty because of it going up and down and stuff like that in the dips. It tends to come through here pretty bad. So we're lucky. It's nice at the moment. We can see from the trees. Good God, they've had a lot. They've had a hell of a lot. A couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, there was nothing through here. Oh, what have we got here? remember when you're on the single track road, the police can tell your speed when they're coming towards you. Take heed. It's 65 mile an hour on here anyway, you know, so that is pretty ample, to be fair. There's something, look at that. See the old freight shake there? There's a Freightliner, yeah. The old Freightliner. So that's something I've been meaning to say. I look out for that every time I'm coming down here, and I hear on some of the forums people saying, not forums, on the Facebook, abandoned truck ones, on the American one and the English one. You hear a lot of people mentioning and saying, oh, what a shame, get it back to life, get it out of there. That's for sale, by the way. It's been for sale for the last 3 years I've been coming up and down here. And it's you see them all over the place, you really do. And I used to think the same, you know, oh yeah, it's sad, you know, because I like to think that all vehicles, all motorbike, be motorbikes, cars, trucks, boats, whatever, anything with an engine, basically to me, it's all got soul. So it's just sitting there dormant. It needs putting back to life. That's how I used to think. But now I've sort of changed my mind. I don't know if you'll agree with me on this one, some people or not. But what made me think about it was when you come over Stevens Pass, and I'm heading towards home. I'm heading back towards Seattle way and down that one, Gold Rush or Gold Town or something, I think it's called. I forget the name of it now. Probably written in front of me now, where Steph's correcting me. Gold something or other. Anyway, just after Gold something or other in Washington State, she got over the pass. There used to be an old Freightliner with a bulk trailer behind it, like a tipper trailer, bulk trailer thing, and that was there every time we used to go past, and you'd see it. I'd look out for it. And last time we were up there, I was with Steph, I don't know where we'd been, and we come past and it's like, whoa, it's not there, it's gone. Where the hell's it gone, kind of thing. And then you start thinking, you know, this is shit, oh, I wonder what's happened to it. I wonder where it's gone, I wonder if it's been put back on the road, I wonder who's got it. So, that to me, little things like that get more amusement. They aren't wasted because I look out for it every time I'm coming past, and I doubt that I'll be the only one. I can imagine that there's hundreds of people that look out for that truck, and then once it's missing, it's like, oh, where is it? Where's it gone? You know what I mean? It's the same with old buildings. That's interesting. Slowly pulled out in front of me. Okay. Maybe didn't see this small truck coming at him. Yeah, so it's like old buildings, derelict buildings and things like that. It's just part of the journey. You look out for them and you get used to seeing it. And once they've gone, they're knocked down, or old factories or anything. It's like, oh, where's that gone? So they aren't wasted when they're abandoned in the side of the road there and stuff like that. They definitely aren't wasted. They're serving a sort of purpose on my journey. If that makes any sense. Sort of, probably not, but never mind. Here's another one. Here's an abandoned house that I have a little story for. Look at that. You see that? That just with the pickup, the old Ford pickup truck and everything in there, it's just like it's just been abandoned. And it used to be like that when I lived in Spain as well. You know, you'd go past places and think, wow, how come that house has just been left? It's as though somebody's just walked out, shut the door, and gone. So that's another little thing. You get little stories going in your head as you're driving along. How did it happen? Did the old man die? Did nobody want to take it over out of the family? Didn't he have any family? Is he still in there? Does he still live there? Does he live like that? You know? Maybe it's just me that drift away with my imagination, but it all passes the time of day of the journey. It's like probably in England, my friends who live in England, subconsciously you'll go past places and without even noticing, you give it a little glance. Go past it every day. Little House on the Prairie, M62 for example, something like that. Oh, probably give it a glance without even knowing. Next time you go past there, think about it. you think, yeah, I do look at that. And you just give it a little glance every time. Don't know why, you just do it. Absolutely breathtaking, aren't they? Really are. Well, there's that low loader up there, or a low boy as they're called over here, with the 360, whatever you call it, diggery thing on the back. If you sit and make it out right down there. He come over the scale at the same time as me, and I shot forward and tried to have a look to see what sort of weight he was at. And it was, I think he's about 60 ton or something like that. So, or maybe a bit over or something. Anyway, I saw that, I thought, oh bloody hell, I'm going to be stuck behind that slow fat boy. But no, he's kicking ass. That thing's pulling like a good old train, is that? I don't know what he's got on the front of it. Some old classic thing. But hell, he's off like hell. It's romping on. I do find though the low loaders over here compared to England, where I found that they basically potted along. I don't know if they're restricted to speeds in England and stuff. Even if they've got big heavy machinery on, they still seem to light it up, and they're doing the speed limits and stuff. It's not until they're getting stupid heavy that they're going slow. Obviously, over summer and it's really hot, and they're chucking tyres out off like it's going out of fashion. So much to see here. I say this every time I come through, it's like Groundhog Day. You've got to come here if you're on a road trip. This is a major, major big must. Sod your Yellowstone and your geyser things. If you ain't got time. Them guys, you know in Yellowstone, it's a big cop-off. We did Yellowstone and stuff, and one of them geysers isn't even a real one. It's a frigging big old hose pipe under the ground. It's a big con. I'm not a great lover of Yellowstone, to be fair. I think there's better national parks. It's just everybody seems to know Yellowstone and make a beeline for it. Last little bit as we come through it, and then it's into Moab, and then the beautiful rock formation as you're coming out of Moab as well. Steph will be having a fit because I'm running out of video again room, which this one is going to be for hours. If it's repetitive and you've seen this several times before, just fast forward, you'll be right. There's my little rest area on the right, lovely little rest area. Nice clean toilets and stuff. I haven't got much further to go I am fueling up. As I come over that scale there, the other scales I couldn't see what I was weighing. I'd weighed it off, and I didn't weigh back off again. I was what was I? I was over on my front axle because I had my trailer tandems too far forward. So I just shoved it back a few and then just set off. I didn't re-weigh again. So I knew I'd be all right. Anyway, I knew I'm running to right on the 880 though, but I knew if I moved it back so many, I was going to be okay. Anyway, I just weighed myself there, and I'm like bang on the 34 on the front. And if I do fuel up now, it only means that I'm dragging all that extra weight over this last mountain to get into. We're going to get in before here. Last mountain before. Come on, Bess. I don't know if I'll run out of space here. No, we don't. Coming through. What is it on the front? It's a freight shake, it'd be a Freightliner. That's the same as my mate Paul's got. A classic Freightliner. That's a nice truck, isn't it? Looked an old one. Anyway, yeah, if I fuel up, it just means dragging extra weight over the top of the mountain, and it also means that I'll hit that scale. Oh no, there isn't another scale actually. I'll be alright by the time I get unloaded. So I could, but I couldn't, if you know what I mean. What's the point of putting the extra fuel in to drag over a mountain when I can do it tomorrow when I get over the other side? Makes sense, doesn't it? It does to me. And then I've only got one more fuel up before I get home then. That'll do, that'll get me all the way home. Good morning. Here I am, I'm over at Price at the moment, which is in Utah. It's only about an hour and a half. It's not very far. How many miles is it? I've just got up. It's 73 miles to get over the other side to Springvale where I'm unloading. So it's just over the mountain. The reason I stopped here was I was going to go to Wingers. Wingers are a franchise restaurant, and the nice people in this garage here, I usually park right up on the top of the hill, but it was bloody cold last night, and I come down here, and there's a sign there, as you see. Can you see it? No parking trucks. But the nice ladies over there, I asked them last night and said, yeah, if you park right next to the no parking sign and reverse back up, no truck parking, you'll be okay. Lovely people, nice, don't hurt to ask, you know, just see it and take that as gospel. So anyway, this is where I parked. That's pretty bright. And it was a bit of a cold night. Forecast was all right, was not going to snow and everything like that, and it's obviously lied, hasn't it, because it's bloody snowed. Going over the mountain looks okay and stuff like that, so I ain't overly worried. I'm just going to go use their amenities and shit over there, and then get going. It's not too, it's, what time is it now? It's 8 o'clock here, an hour ahead of mine, so I aren't in too much of a rush to get over there. I don't want to start my e-log too early, you know what I mean? The weather on the mountain's looking all right. It's just saying it's a bit of caution. They aren't slinging chains, so I should be all right up there. So I ain't too bothered about that. And that's about it, really. I think, oh yeah, went to the Wingers, pissed off. Last time I went into one, the franchise, they're all over America, well, quite a few all over America. And I had a buffalo burger, really nice buffalo burger to die for. Went in there, all the menus aren't the same, are they? I was expecting my buffalo burger. No buffalo burger. So that was a bit of a shitter, but never mind, there you go. Onwards we'll go and get into there and then get over the mountain, I think. Hopefully, without any to do. It is snowing over in Utah at the moment, in Salt Lake City, so that's going to be a bit something. But I think it's only forecast about 1 inch or 3 or something like that, not a massive amount, so it should be okay. Fingers crossed. Let me just add this. These are what the wife knitted me. Yes, they made it look a bit bizarre, but the installation on this truck is not very good. There's 3 different types I think you can get in the Freightliner, or 2 different installations. It's an optional extra and stuff like that. The guys who do Alaska and Canada will probably have the more insulated truck and everything than what I have. There ain't a lot under that bunk, and man, it gets cold when that draft blows under there. So the wife knitted me these pure wool socks. I can pop them in the microwave, so if my feet get cold on a night, they're lovely and toasty. Job's a winner, job's a good one. Win-win. So I'm here on the top of the summit, and I'm seeing one guy had chains on going down the other side. There's one spun out, but it might have been thicker earlier this morning. The one guy with chains on, he was a heavy one though. He was a heavy haulage. He'd have been, I don't know, 60, 80 ton or something like that, whatever. So, you know, he obviously thought it was necessary to put those on. It's a long old slope going down the other side, is this. Coming up the way isn't that bad at all. It's just coming down is pretty long and drags out. So we're just going to be a bit steady away. According to Google Maps, I'm not in the thick of it yet. If it does get a bit thicker further down, I'll try and find somewhere to pull up and just sling a chain on my drag axle. If it stays like this, this will be good. Happy days. We're down at -4. Not looking good for UPS there, is it? Is he slinging his chains? No, he can't get over there. Seeing he's got his chains on the wrong axle, I don't suppose that's going to help much either, is it? Primary drive's your rear axle, not your front axle. As you can see, it's coming over nicely, isn't it? I think a little bit later, and we might it might start to get a bit naughty up here. But as it is, we're plodding on. Oh, cannot go off the edge there. So hopefully we got away with this one. No chain slinging. Oh, happy days. We don't like slinging them chains. It's not one of my favourite pastimes, I'll say. I'll just go back into the east wing and find my paperwork that's disappeared. Here we go. There you go, bud. Right. Thank you. That's pretty close on the weight, isn't it? I have just fueled right up as well, so...
not overweight, there's snow on top, right?
Yeah, exactly, there you go. There's my buddy here says I'm not overweight, there's snow on top. We like that attitude, that's where you go. It's all good. So yeah, I'm just here at Nestle's now. I'm just waiting to check in. My appointment until about 1:30, but we'll see what they say. If they're busy, usually here they'll take you early. If they're not busy, sorry. But if they're busy, they won't, obviously, because they can't, because there's other people there. So we'll just see. And I think my load's been cancelled for today anyway to load out the farm. So we're going to go from here and see what's happening. Might go up to the hot springs, but it's a bit of a way up, so we'll see. He's making the phone call now. Is it a yay or nay? Here I am in the Loves in Utah. Well, it's just south of Utah, Springvale. And there's the Loves down there, and there's the parking. There's the garage there. I got unloaded nice and early, like I say. It's wasn't a problem. In front of my booking time and stuff like that, so straight in, nice, easy unload. I had to wait about a bit, but still got unloaded before my time. So I'm just gonna, the load I was gonna be on, a load of farm machinery, to go back up into Canada. That's been put off until tomorrow. Some mess about with some check or something, because it was a holiday yesterday. It hadn't been paid or anything. So I'm still waiting for that their check to clear for the machinery, which I aren't overly bothered, because I'm going to clean and sweep the reefer out, the fridge out. Look, it doesn't stay brand new for long, do they? These walls are shit and thin, because look at the marks that it's leaving already with just putting my bars in. It's not exactly standing up too strong, is it? But yeah, I'm going to book it in anyway for a service. Let me get out of the wind. I'm going to book... Ooh. I'm going to book it in for a service. There's a service, the garage and everything. While I'm waiting about here, I'm not going anywhere. It's only just after lunchtime. I may as well get it in for service, because I'm here until tomorrow. I'm only loading at the farm just up yonder there. So it stays to reason, doesn't it? Rather than just sat here, get it done now. Get it swept out, and what else was I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you, oh, I couldn't get home anyway. If I was up towards home, all the passes are shut going into, get over onto the west coast anyway at the moment. Snock me and Siemens Pass, they're shut down. Can't get through. So hopefully by the time I get up there, things might have got a little bit better. It's a bit chilly here still, but it's not too bad. And it's just started to snow again. All lubed up and a renewed lease of life again. She's had a transfusion. So we're all good. They don't have a pit here. so they lift it up on hydraulic jacks and things. So that was all good. By about an hour and a half, full service, all the lot, and he's disappeared. I don't know where he's gone. So I'm out of here. Bedtime. Good morning. So as you know, I came out of the Loves last night, and I'm still at the Loves. Just made the phone call and to the farm to see about loading this farm machinery that's to go to BC, and the man says, yeah, the check's cleared. Well, not the check, it was a bank transfer. What it was because yesterday was bank holiday, they were waiting for the funds to clear to buy the machinery. So all well and good, it's all cleared, shoot across there and get it. My boss, I spoke to my boss last night, and he said he said if it doesn't happen first thing in the morning, I'll get you straight on another load, which I said to him, I ain't really bothered, I'll hang on for this. Because of the simple reason, if I go somewhere else for another load and it's produce or something like that, it'd mean I was going to be sat there, then it probably wouldn't be straight back to BC 9 times out of 10. Well, probably 90% I would have thought it would have been somewhere south, not even Seattle, Portland, something like that. So that would have meant getting another load home as well, which would have cost me a lot more and less and not doing the mileage. So it was better to, you know, bite the bullet and think, hang on a little bit longer. I have had to wait half a day for this load, but you know, because it gets me straight home, it's definitely worth it rather than looking for something else and messing about. And it's an easy load. The only thing is, it's a super light load. It's not going to be heavy at all. This is where I'm at. Still in the Loves. It's a light load, and it's not looking good going home either. The passes are pretty shitty and horrible and stuff like that. Look at that, just started out that old Peterbilt. I love that when all the smoke comes out. Yeah, so that might be challenging in the snow, that's for sure. So like I said, I gave them a call. They said, yeah, come on over. Sent the boss a message, this job's on, we're good to go. So everybody's happy. It's 2 pickups. A nice Kenworth. And it's but the roads are looking dry, so that's the main, isn't it? Onwards we go. There you go, first one on. It's a road sweeper. Little road sweeper thingamabob. So that's first one on, and he can't get the gate up. Oh, he's got the gate up, and the lock was locked, busted, or froze up, sorry. So as you can see, it's a bit shitty here. So we're getting this on, get to the next one. Send her on. First fall this year. Jesus, that it's so slippy out there. And even though I wasn't out there for that long, it's so bloody cold, man. That wind down here. The temperature, I don't think the temperature's that cold, but round Salt Lake they get, what is it? Let's have a look. It's only 0, but God, they get horrible wind chill. And I hadn't heated my gloves up first either. That's a major thing. I had my gloves, my winter gloves. That hurt. Oh man, that hurt. Oh God, I hate falling on. My face was about that far off the ground, which was lucky. Just missed. Yeah, get your gloves out. Get them warmed up. It'll bide you a bit more time out in the cold. Definitely, rather than leaving them under the bunk, because like I say, it's not insulated under there. Oh my God. So like I say, you've got to take advantage of loads like that, and it's worth hanging out for half a day yesterday just to wait on that load, this load that I've got on now, the 2 pieces of machinery. So I got them on ASAP. I knew they would. They'd be straight up ramp, straight into the back. Happy days. And now I'm heading north to Salt Lake City. It was like you saw, it was shitty coming out. It wasn't very good. It's definitely worth, if you get a load like that offered, and then you hang about a bit and it's put off for a day, and the boss says, oh, I can move you on to another load, and I just said, no, you know, I don't mind hanging on to that, especially if we're heading straight back as well, you know. Easy job. I don't even have to unload it. Somebody else unloads it. So I'm up at north of Salt Lake City now, so I'm going to take advantage of the 80 mile an hour speed limit. The weather's good, everything's fine, and send her on a little. It drops down to 70 a little bit further when we get out of here, out of Utah. Cabbage, the slinging chains. As you can see, it's a beautiful day now. Perhaps a little bit of wind, but nothing really to be bothering me. And I'm light as well. If it was too bad, I'd be slowing down. But that's good. What we got? What we're looking at? We've got Salt Lake City. Then we've got into somewhere or other. Up by Boise, and then the other side of there is where I've got the lead up to Dead Man's Pass, and where the Cabbage Mountain is, and that's the slinging chains at the moment. But that's 400 and something mile away, you know. So it's going to be later on this afternoon by the time I get anywhere near that. If they're still slinging chains, I aren't going to be going much further than that. So I'll probably just stay at this side of the mountain and see what occurs in the morning. Because like I said before, it's hardly worth slinging your chains at 8 o'clock at night or something like that, 8, 9 o'clock, when you're only going to do another hour at the other side. It's absolutely pointless. There's no point at all. When you can take the chance, and hopefully there's no more snow forecast. So it's looking good for the morning. Hopefully it'll be clear. And I get that far, then it's only 400 mile anyway to home, so less than that. Happy days! This is a pretty part. I'm ready for home now. I feel like I'm nearly home. It's only, 500 miles from home now. And I've got the taste for home. I want to get home. I'm up to 6,700 since I set off. So, you know, it's been a bit of a going on this trip, I'll tell you. So, when I get down here and I can see, when it comes up on my GPS, I can see Washington. It says Washington State, my home state, next state after this one. I think, yep, I'm nearly home. Take me home. Definitely ready for it. So I've got a little bit more to push out. Well, I'm just about to lose the light now. So hopefully I will get over Cabbage without slinging chains, which Dead Man's Pass and what have you. I'm about a couple of hours, an hour and a bit, rather, away from there now. It's just a bit after Baker City, that's 51, so no, just over an hour, and I'll be dropping over the mountains and in among it all, and we'll see what's happening. If it's looking good, we'll go over it. If it's not, we'll stay at this side and see what we're looking at tomorrow. It's only 5:15 now, so it's going to be 6:15, half past 6 by the time we get there. She's all good. It would be nice to get into Washington if I could tonight. And then I'm only like 300 miles away from home then. I'll be home for lunchtime easy. Got a scale just up here. The speed limit slowly slow down. There you go, slowly slow down. As you come across state, on the outsides they're slow, and then when you get in the middle it gets faster, and then it gets slower again as you get the sides. So we started off going across New Mexico, Texas at 75, Georgia 70, 75 in Texas. Yeah, and 75 in New Mexico. Not everywhere, obviously. Texas is pretty good. Even single track roads are 75 for trucks, which is pretty nice. You can get on. You know, these are big old roads, though. The big, wide, long, straight roads. It's not as though it's a windy country lane. It's just to ease this pack of it. Let's see if we get a green light. Come on, I ain't got time for that. Give me the green. Oh man, really? Seriously, I've got about 3 ton on, and not even that. And I've been pulled on the scale. This sucks. Back lights aren't working on my truck,
then turn left.
The side lights.
On Huntington Highway.
Yes, I would like to.
Right.
All right, calm down, missus. I would like to turn right. I would like to not come in here. This is new TA's that's opened up. I want to stop there one night. It's got a bar and grill, All the malarkey going on in there, chicken sport and everything. Didn't take long to build that.
What was that on about?
For I was rudely interrupted by these people. Yeah, I'm surprised because they have scales that weigh you as you go over in the road there, and as a rule, it won't pull you in if you like this, but obviously they want to. Yeah, my backlights aren't working on my truck, which is a twat. I haven't filled it in on the form actually either. Bugger, I should have just notified that on your login during the day. But I haven't noticed it till the morning, honest officer. That one's good. Well, that ain't weighing right. That didn't weigh right. What's happened there? That was weird. That one right. I'm 20 something on me. Their scale's all to cock. I ain't stopping and telling them. Oh no, sirree. Let's get hightailed out of here. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Adios. Ciao. Hasta la vista, baby.
Turn left on Huntington Highway.
Yes,
then
I
take
will.
the second right.
Yeah, so I'll have to get them lights on the thing sorted out. Which I ain't really bothered. I've got them under me. It's not a major, is it? I've got them. They're under me truck. The indicators work, and the hazard lights and all that malarkey, and the brake lights, but side lights have decided to give up. Hey ho. So now I have a bit of a predicament. I'm at Baker at the moment. I've only got about 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, that's drive, everything, I spread over the lot. And what am I? I don't know, about 80 something miles, 70 mile off Cabbage, which is the mountain going down. They aren't actually chaining up on the mountain. Apparently, so somebody said on the CB coming towards me, they're chaining up just before. Because it does get all windy and what have you and shitty like that. I wouldn't be too bothered about chaining up on there normally, but if the chain's up and they're having to chain up, it's going to be what it's going to be, isn't it? But I've only got 2.5 hours, so it's not really worth me going onto there if they are. But the wife's looked at it up and she says they're not chaining up. The chain law ain't out, carry chains, but no chain law, so I really don't know what to do. Because you see, if it takes me, all in all, by the time I've put them on, taken them off, got my jacket on, got all my winter stuff out and shit like that, you're talking an hour and a half lost. Well, to get outside and start slinging chains for an hour and a half's work and messing about just to get an extra hour's driving, you know, it's a no-brainer really, isn't it? It would be the difference if I couldn't get home tomorrow on it. I'm 483 mile away from home. Well, less than that, 440 from our house. So that's up to the yard, is that? So I think we'll press on a little bit further and see what the score is. Hopefully we won't be chaining up. So that was the last chain up area. I'm just going past now. And as you can probably tell, I haven't chained up. I'm following a UPS parcel force who'll be on his regular run through here. He's a wagon and drag, so, and he ain't chained up, and I ain't going. I'm still sat on tarmac, and I've heard say, well, as you can see on the other side, there's been a lot of people chaining up. Oops. But I ain't chaining up and wrecking chains on concrete, that is for sure. There's a lot of them coming down saying you won't need them and blah blah blah. Anyway, so let's see what we get to on the other side. Hold on! Oh shit! I didn't really want to chain up. I can get me extra hour. Obviously I don't like chaining up. I can claim an extra 2 hours driving though if I chain up, so there you go, that works in my favour a bit, doesn't it? But everybody's stopped and the coppers are sat on the top as well, so it's not worth it. It's a 500 but fine. You know, they won't catch everybody, but and I'm light as well. If I start spinning up there, if I was heavy, I'd have probably and I hadn't heard the cops were sat on the top of the hill, I would have probably kicked it through, but we don't want to do that, do we? So here we go, outside fun. I'll let you into a little secret. I didn't bother chaining up. I spoke to a couple of people going the other way and they said no, it's alright. It hadn't been snowing for fucking ages, for hours and hours, all day basically. It's ploughed, it's alright, it isn't that severe. This is the severe bit coming down Cabbage and there's no snow on here. And all these poor guys, it's absolutely ridiculous that they have the chain law up. It wrecks the road, it wrecks your shocks, it wrecks, you would have wrecked a set of chains on there, seriously. Driving all that way on tarmac. It's fucking ridiculous, it's a joke. It really is. Absolutely crazy. You know, they should take more note about that. I'm the world's worst, I want to chain up as a rule, you know, but when you talk to people and they say don't bother, it does, it just wrecks your shocks, wrecks everything. And it's just a fucking waste of time. Crack on, I say. So we got over it. But the worst bit was where I was filming before on my phone. That was the worst bit. It didn't get any worse than that. We're out of it now. So yeah, then put all them chaining up back there, and these guys taking the chains off here. They obviously they chained up. There's my friend's van was there. I've met him a few times. He hangs out with a Native American guy. He makes a fortune slinging chains for people. He charges something like 50 bucks, I think it is, to sling chains. He puts the chains, he sits there slinging them chains all the time, he says. Plus, he collects up chains that are broken, that have slung off on the mountain, and then he sells them to people. He'll repair the broken ones and repair and sell them. He makes a fortune in winter, does that guy. He's always hanging about with the casino as a rule. I've met him down there. I met him in New Year last year, or year before rather. Nice bloke. You see, this is another one of my arguments why it says they should really sort these chain laws out when you don't need them. Don't, you know, don't have the chain law up. Or the signs should be a lot better, because now we've got absolute shit show for people trying to get parked anywhere here now. As you can see, it's just wall to wall around the casino, in the truck stop and everything. It's just free for all basically, because people don't want to sling chains, don't want to go over the mountain. So do you think that seriously means no HGV parking straight on? I don't like the look of this car. Man, there looks like some bloody big oils here. Well, he went through that bit and came up the other side. He's gone through. There he is. Whoa, we're grounding out. I should be able to go through. Yeah, we're stuck. Go on, Sonny Jim. Get back there. Obviously you can. Oh man, hey up, buggerlugs, come on! Flipping heck! Drivers and there's drivers! Oh. If I just park across the front of everybody, how do you think they'll feel about that? I wish I hadn't come in here now. It's one of them, I so wish I wasn't here.
I'd be so impressed if that little pickup truck holds it down.
I am at the top of Snoqualmie. Snoqualmie. The one I can't pronounce, Cockholmie, whatever it's called. Sorry for Native Americans. I'm not taking the piss, I just can't pronounce it right. So the wife says, I'm just nipping in for a coffee, and they've had a shitload of snow since I've been gone for the last 2 weeks. They didn't have anything like this before. I've heard say it's been pretty bad up here. It's shut down for a couple of days the other day, a day or so back. Now seem to have opened it up nicely. They do a grand job, don't they? It is hard here when it comes down fast, you know, for them to keep going. They do try their best, they really do, with all the machinery and everything they've got. But look at them, just that Gidgee just sat there waiting.
Turn right on Washington 906.
Big old chains and everything on that bad boy. So I'm going to just go grab a coffee here. Got nice coffee in this spot here. Did it look pretty? I fell over again yesterday, twice yesterday in one day. I'm getting quite good at the falling over now. I was pretty impressed with my fall, the last one yesterday. So, where's that wee car gone? I usually go into my car park back up there, but I don't. Oh, I couldn't. Oh, that looks as though I'm not going in there. It looks like if I go there, I block the whole shebang up for everybody. So, have they got that entrance? Oh no, they've only got one entrance now. I'm talking to myself here, aren't I? So I'm gonna. Let's just do. I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go here and hide up here. There we go. That'll work. Good God, that's a huge mountain, isn't it? The ski resort's not running. Don't tell me now they've got too much snow. Let's look at on top of the building there. Can you see? Look at the height of that snow. That's a lot of snow, isn't it? It's a lot of snow. Wash, here I am in the truck wash down in Mount Vernon as usual, and they've made a cracking job. Look at that. They really do. They are using chemical and stuff like that. I aren't bothered, it's taking the shine off at the moment, but this time of year it's going to happen anyway, so I ain't bothered. I'll just polish them back up again the end of the start of the summer and stuff like that. You see, I've got all this bit. This is from Blue Beacon, where they've used the real strong acid shit and stuff in there, but they do an excellent job. They really do. As you can see, the difference on the shine on these, because they've got that alley bright or whatever it's called or something like that, so they stay all shiny because they've got some like lacquer thing on them which keeps them all coated. But it's a mint job. They get in everywhere and they do the lot in here. They really do. They take it super serious. Yeah, really good, thank you. They seem to take a lot of pride in the job. You know, when you get, I ain't just dissing all Blue Beacon, all the streaky beacons as they're called over here. You know, there is good and bad ones. The one down in, where's the one I go to in, is it just outside of, oh, it's down Laredo, down there. Now they are bloody good. They take the time and they really do. But here, you can't fault the guys. Really can't. This is in Mount Vernon one. 85 bucks, truck and trailer. They get right up and they do all there. He said he's got bits of trees hanging from your truck. They won't come out. I said no, they won't, because it's where I reverse into the driveway and it gets tucked up in there. So they get everything done. So yeah, chuffed with that, as usual. And she's looking all pretty again. This is surface rust that it does polish out. It's all the salt that's been on it. It probably is going to get dirty again and it's raining, but I needed to get all the salt off it and stuff like that before it sets in, of all the terrain I've been through and shit. So only 15 minutes to home from here. Anyway, just a bit quick one as well. I was thinking about the ramp I was on. I haven't finished. I'm like a dog with a bone eye. Anyway, what was it I was going to say about that? Let me just put that in there. The other one, oh, just buggered the screen up. There we go. That's professional filming now, isn't it? Quick bit more about the rant, just add on. I'll stop. It's only a quick one. People are all also saying, I noticed on that forum about the guy who didn't get his covert thing done. Your office is definitely will want you to get it done. They're going to be in your favour, all the offices at this guy or whoever, you know, because it's in there. They don't want you Jamie ass coming in their office and touching all the fucking papers and shit if you haven't been vaccinated, do they? So think about it that way, you know. And there was advice given. Jesus Christ, I'm glad if I ever got into trouble I didn't have a truck driver stroke solicitor barrister representing me, because good God, good. Some of them are saying, oh, I'd tell him to fuck off, I'd take the keys back and throw him at him, I'd drive it straight back if he wouldn't let me go. Don't forget, he hasn't not let him go. They haven't not let him go. They've just said they couldn't get him back for that particular time. Throwing the keys back and just driving back straight home. I bet a pound to a penny, any driver that says that does not do it. Nope, they don't do it. They'll give you advice to go and do that, but them themselves wouldn't do that. It'd be, yes boss, yes boss. One of the old ones on the boat used to be. I heard it so many times on the ferries and shit like this. Drivers in the bar, oh, I told my boss, I fucking told him I wasn't doing that run. I told him where to stick that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're probably on that run right now. You know, I've heard the story so many times. It's unbelievable. Take what advice a lot of them give you with a pinch of salt, because they wouldn't practice what they preach. Mark my words. Rant over, I'm not going to mention it anymore. Bye-bye. And this is the final part of the trip. I've done altogether, this will be 7,300 miles round trip. From leaving, when did I get home? I got home last night, didn't I? Yesterday afternoon, rather. Got home yesterday afternoon, and that was Thursday, so that was just short of 2 weeks I've done it in. Round trip to New York, down to Georgia, Salt Lake City, reloaded back to Canada, which I dropped the trailer off this morning up at the yard, and Uncle, which one unloaded it? Uncle Jake went and unloaded it for me, and the family came for a drive. The bean, hi. I was messing about with my lights and making them all go funny and silly things like that. So discotheque, yeah. So we went for a dinner at Bob's on the company. Thank you very much, boss. Got us dinner, which one of the little perks. It's nice, is that? And that is definitely the trip. Wow, that has been one of the most tryingest trips, challenging, that I've ever been on. Even though I was lucky enough to get away without slinging chains once, you know, it has been, it's been pretty demanding, it really has. To stay away, the only way you can do it, and do it, from the set off, from the start, definitely was, I had to get over those first mountains first. The first 3 major mountains, I had to get over there, and I knew them, because the storm was coming in. So, that I was lucky I got over them the first day, otherwise I would have been snookered and not met the first delivery and everything. But from there on, it was a knock-on effect. We've had some terrible weather, we really have. It's been, you know, super slippy going through Detroit. It's 3 days on the snow, going across through Montana, and then the ice, and then it brightened up a little bit, and then it came down again, and I managed to hit a little bit of a gap going through New Mexico to get myself back across this way towards Salt Lake City and Texas and what have you. So, you know, I've done pretty well. But the thanks was as well, obviously, because the wife watching the weather for me constantly. Richard, my colleague, I rely on him a lot to tell me what the weather's going to do, and my buddy Andrew in England, all sending me updates. And if you can plan it out and you have the help, you can look it all yourself, but I rely on a lot of them. I know I can be a bit lazy. And plan it out, you know, when the storms are coming in, and you've got to stretch it to those hours. You know, like I had to, you have to claim the 2 hours extra for driving on snow, if you know there's a storm coming in. Because if you don't claim them extra 2 hours, you sit tight, and then you're going to be stuck the next day. You're going to be slinging chains and stuff like that. So, you know, I've been pretty lucky. And I didn't sling chains, I know, over cabbage, but it wasn't that bad coming back. So I got over that. The chain law was out, but hey ho. Honest officer, I didn't really. But it swings and roundabouts. I don't know whether what the score would be if you got stopped up there, because I didn't think it was that bad at all, but everybody's still slinging chains. But there you go. Anyway, that's the chain thing. I'll stop saying chains. So I'll stop saying chains. So that's it. Back home now, and I'm off until Monday, and then I'll be sending it out again back to Georgia on Monday. So I've got a full weekend and a half day from Friday, so 3 days off. I see that. So bye all. Bye Bean. Bye.